Beloved friends in Christ, welcome to Light of God Bearers Assembly channel. The noise that is in this life has become so much. The lowly voice is not heard anymore. Take the case of the rich man and the Lazarus for example. The Lord said, do you know that today's reading already condemned the shepherds, the people in the church? The priests and the concerned people in the church are meant to give help to my people. A lot of persons are serious in the church because they are poor, they are unnoticed, they are despised, they are ridiculed. No one noticed them, the likes of Lazarus. The rich man never drove him away, but his actions were condemning and despised. He watched his dog lick the sore of Lazarus. He watched Lazarus trying to eat from the crumbs. This is to tell you the decadence that is found among my people, especially in my church today. The inhumanity of man to man, the injustice, the condemnation, and the abominable act that is going on in my church. But in the last days, there will be surprises. The Lord said, have you forgotten in the last day that I said a lot of persons will come to me and said, Lord, I heal the sick, I raise the dead, I perform signs and wonders in your name. And I will say to them, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity, is because of the likes of Lazarus that is neglected, because then their works did not accommodate the lowly, the rejected. I come every day before my people, but I am always rejected, always sent away, despised, ridiculed, mocked, mesmerized. The injustice that is going on in my church is too much. Take for instance, if I were to be born today, will the church recognize the way I was born? If you watch my ways, you will always see that I chose the weakest vessel, the weakest and most insignificant means, objects, persons, to make myself manifest. I was not born by the wisest, in quotes, woman of the world, but still, my mother is the wisest. But in the eyes of men, she was nothing in her own time. She was nobody, but before the heavens, she is the special one. And that is how the world views things, even up till today. I was not born in the hospital, just like many will go to the best of the best to have their babies, will travel so far away to have their children, to give them the best. No, I, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, is not born in this manner. How much more? That is why, before anyone will be my child, to be able to walk with me, they must be humble. They will begin to seek me in the insignificant things of this life. My ways have never changed. Remember, I am still the same yesterday, today, and I will remain the same forever. The only thing is only the world that revolves, that changes every day with a lot of nonsense, that their enemy is projecting, cutting their appearance so wonderful, but in the real sense, they are drilling my children, sweeping them off their feet. I am who I am. Why are my children not holding me to that? Why did they choose to be what I did not create them to be? Why did they choose the path that I was never meant for them to choose or tread? This is where they bring a lot of sorrows to their hearts. At the end of the day, Lazarus suffered death for a while, even though it took long. But rich as well as the poor will die one day. So it happened with Lazarus and the rich man. They both died. But the story changed. The rich man who had everything in life lost it all. The Lord asked, could you believe that he could ask for anything from Lazarus? So shall it be with so many people in this life. All I ask of my children is to be persistent, be consistent, and to endure, knowing fully well that many are the afflictions of the righteous man, but we will deliver them in all of them, beginning from this life and in the life to come. As many as they that use what we endow them with, both their knowledge, their talent, their physical possession, their material possession, their financial possession, to our great glory, they will shine like morning stars, and their place can never be taken in our presence. That is why I say to those that are full should behave as they are empty, and those that are empty should behave as they are full. Let the weak say, I am strong, and let the strong say, I am weak. That is balancing of the equation. If the rich can behave as if everything they have is not theirs, and use it to our glory and elevation of mankind, then the world will become a beautiful place where love, peace, and joy is. It is very simple. You cannot have more than you can use. Anything any man has that is not being used is useless. Every wealth a man is accumulating amass to himself or herself will be their condemnation, because they never used it. Vanity, vanity, I said, all is vanity. The Lord said, I am consoling my children today, all those that are subdued, despised, relinquished to the background. I said to them, be still, because the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because I have come to set the captive free, to heal the brokenhearted, to bandage the wound of the wounded, to announce the good, to bring the good news of peace and fulfillment. Children of the living God, you that are lowly, the Lord wants you to know that you have a Father who is more than enough. You should never limit yourselves because of the challenges that surrounds you. The Lord said, I want my children to make a decree before my presence. At one point or the other, the Lord said, I am disappointed at the rate my children underrate themselves and choose to be eaten from the crumbs. However, my children, their disposition in life will determine the extent they will go. The Lord said, I don't want my own to keep limiting themselves. I want them to ascend to great heights in all humility, all using what they have as though it's not theirs. As those who heed to our instructions, they will never be put to shame. Their oil will not finish, and their corn will never be exhausted. There will always be oil running in their pot, as in the days of Shunammite woman. Remain blessed, and bye for now.